Skip brought it up, and we're asking you to vote on Twitter. If the Dallas Cowboys finish the season undefeated with Tony Romo at quarterback, should it's Stephen A's face. I can't even see it, but I know he's shaking his head. Should be in the MVP conversation. Reply yes or no to First Take on Twitter.
Well, is that even debatable? I mean, wouldn't that be a big yes?
Oh, just a lock?
Well, he should be in the conversation.
Look at his face. Priceless.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep it moving. The defending champion Golden State Warriors set the record for best start in NBA history at 16-0 as Steph Curry had 24 points and 9 assists in a 111-77 rout of the Los Angeles Lakers on Tuesday night. With their coach sidelined, the Warriors surpassed the 15-0 starts by the Washington Capitals of 1948 and 1949 and the 93-94 Houston Rockets. So Kobe Bryant shot 1 of 14 for just 4 points, matching the worst shooting performance of his with the second worst record in the NBA. Here's Kobe.
I could have scored 80 tonight when it made a damn difference. You know what I'm saying? You just have bigger problems. I could be out there averaging 35 points a game. It would be what, 3 and 11? You know what I'm saying? So, we got to figure out how to play systematically in a position that's going to, keep us in ball games.
Stephen A., has the end arrived?
Yes, it has. It's over. One of the greatest players in NBA history, 5-time champion, somebody I will always appreciate for what he's done for the game of basketball. I consider Kobe one of the top 10 players of all time. It's really sad to see this right now. He's shooting more than anybody. He's shooting more than anybody on the Lakers. He's played 3 less games, has the same amount of shots, 180 field goal attempts as Jordan Clarkson. He's shooting 31% from the field. I'm looking at the numbers right here. He's shooting 19% from three-point range. And even though, Skip, you look at him and you say, okay, he's just missing shots, here's where the problem comes in. He has no help. There's nobody. I mean, Jordan Clarkson is young and talented, but essentially plays the same position because he's the heir apparent. And you look at the parts around him, and I'm not going to go into some tirade about Jim Buss. Everybody knows what I feel. I think that he's the guy that brought this Lakers franchise come crumbling down. I think that he should be fired immediately. I think that Jeannie Buss should be ashamed of herself allowing her brother to tarnish her father's legacy with this product that they put on the basketball court the last 2 years to do. And it's not to say that some of these guys can't play, because some of them can. But the parts don't fit together. They are not a good basketball team. And Byron Scott is not the right coach for this team. Byron Scott, to me, is a guy that should be coaching a veteran team with more talent. He'd know what to do with that. But a young team having to teach guys how to play, he's not the guy for that job. So you've got the wrong executive in Jim Buss, the wrong coach in Byron Scott, the wrong roster, and Kobe surrounded by this mess in the waning years of his career. I consider what has transpired with Kobe Bryant over the last 2.5 seasons to be a basketball tragedy. Because considering how great he was, from the time they fired Mike Brown, to bringing in Mike D'Antoni instead of bringing back Phil Jackson, to losing Dwight Howard, to doing all of these different things, I have never seen a player of Kobe's greatness and Kobe's magnitude be left to hang and dry the way that he has. And I think all of that has contributed to the level of attrition that has clearly kicked in. Even the great Kobe Bryant can't be great at age 37 with all of these obstacles joined in colluding with one another to bring him down. It is a damn shame that Kobe has to go out this way, but it is over. There's nothing he can do, especially in the Western Conference, and his skills have diminished. What we're seeing is several pump fakes, barely able to get off the ground. I mean, that's what we're seeing right now. I don't blame him. I blame Father Time, and I blame the attrition instituted by the Los Angeles Lakers franchise, who, as far as I'm concerned, should be prosecuted for neglect. They neglected Kobe Bryant, left him to hang out and dry, and they have expedited the process of Kobe's demise because of what they have surrounded him with and what they have failed to surround him with. It is a tragedy what they have done to him, but it is what it is, and because of it, we can't deny that he looks how he looks. I believe it is over. I believe Kobe Bryant should retire, and I'm going to go this far, Skip. I don't think he should wait. I doubt he'll do it, but I think Kobe should retire right now.
Right now.
Right now. Whew. Why waste your time with what Jim Buss has done to this team? Jim Buss is, Jim Buss is a basketball abomination. Seriously. His personal feelings have done this to Kobe because he didn't protect this franchise. And if I was Kobe, I would retire right now. I know, I haven't spoken to him. I know he disagrees. I hope he's not offended because you know how much I love me some Kobe Bryant. But he should quit right now. He should retire right now.
I am shocked you just said that. But to your point, also a basketball abomination was having to watch this former all-time great player have to do that on that stage last night. Yeah. That was, you call it a tragedy. It's tragic. Bad. I mean, there are lots of other tragedies going on in life, but in basketball, that was tragic. And my only hope is, because I know he likes you and I know he respects you, and if he happened to just hear what you just said, I am hoping against hope that he is enraged by it, that he becomes wildly motivated by it, as we used to see him get wildly motivated by the slightest, anyone saying the slightest negativity toward him. And I'm hoping that he says, Stephen A. Smith, I'm going to make you eat those words. I'm just not sure he's any longer capable of doing that. It looks to me like Father Time punched this man in the stomach at age, 38? Punched him, is he 37 or 38? I'm losing track. But whatever he is, punched him in the stomach and just said, old man, it's over. Because
he's 37.
37.
He's 37,
yeah.
Turns 28. He turns 28 August 23rd.
He looked 38 last night. And I look at all the injuries the serious injuries this man has gone through, from the Achilles to the knee to the shoulder. And I don't know what happened, but he was not able to rehab through all of them. I don't know how much he wanted to. I don't know if he had it in his heart, because it takes supreme dedication to rehab all those injuries and get back to where you were, even a semblance of what you were. But he did not do, he wasn't able to do that, and maybe just the attrition and toll on his body, just too much. And you mentioned his three-point shooting, 19.5%. He's 15 of 77. That means 62 times in this young basketball season, Kobe Bryant has missed three-point shots. And I'm going to say what I said to you a couple of weeks back. Nobody honors his blow-by ability anymore. So now he's just a spot-up three-point shooter. So he catches, he goes up to shoot, and nobody is afraid that Kobe Bryant's going to put it on the deck and beat them off the dribble and do vintage Kobe damage going to the rack. We don't see that anymore. He's not capable of doing that. So they run at him on the three-point line, and it makes the degree of difficulty of making those shots higher than he's ever faced. And he's prone to shoot air balls, and as you said, 31% from the field. And you realize we had a debate, whenever it was, just before the season started. Remember the poll of ESPN experts ranked Kobe 93rd, and you were offended by it, and you should have been. I get it. And I was arguing, well, but that's how he's performed of late. You can't argue with the numbers. And now I look at the player efficiency rating numbers, and Kobe Bryant, of all NBA players, ranks 289th. And if we do it of qualified NBA players, those on pace to play at least 500 minutes, well, Kobe ranks 251st. The numbers are screaming. One other quick point. You're talking about shots. He's averaging 16.4 shot attempts per game. He's also averaging 15 points a game, which is tops on the Lakers. But he's taken 4 more shots than Jordan Clarkson a game, and he's ranking 20th in the NBA in shots taken per game. So my point is, he's still taking high volume shots, and he's missing a whole lot of them.
Well, let me give you a tidbit of news and some news nuggets here. Number one, let's make sure I'm clear about my position. I believe he should retire right now. But I believe that because he's on the Lakers. I believe the Lakers stink. I believe the Lakers franchise should be ashamed of themselves. I believe that Jeannie Buss has allowed Jim Buss to betray Lakers Nation. And as a result, you ain't going anywhere. I don't believe that Kobe Bryant can't play any longer. If somehow, some way, what I was hearing was correct, that somehow, some way, if Kobe Bryant came back and played well this year and had enough legs under him, that he would want 2 more years and could potentially be willing to end up in New York with Phil Jackson. If you playing with Carmelo Anthony, and yes, to a lesser degree, Kristaps Porzingis, all right, and you lucked up and got Kevin Durant, I think Kobe Bryant will put up better numbers than this. I don't think that Kobe Bryant is shooting this way because he can't play anymore. I know he's not the one he used to be. He's not the player he used to be. But don't tell me he's 31% and 19% shooting from three-point range, you know, when he's wide open and you got to worry about Carmelo or somebody else doing damage to you. He's this way because he's Kobe and he's playing around a bunch of dudes that ain't on that level compared to the dudes they got to face in the Western Conference. And he has told me if he was going to leave the Lakers, he would have done it years ago when he was a free agent. He's here to stay. He's going to die a Laker. That's it. And I'm saying if that's the case, you're already dead because it's the Lakers. It's Jim Buss's Lakers. And ain't no life, ain't even life support for them. They're done as long as this man is around. So if that's the case, that's why I'm saying Kobe needs to retire, because he has told me he's determined to stay a Laker to the end. And the end has arrived. The Lakers aren't even relevant.
Okay, so if he did hypothetically quit today, would he quit collecting the checks? Would he want what's he making, $24 million or whatever it is this year?
Yeah, that's why he's probably not going to quit.
Well, okay.
He likes his money too now.
All right.
He likes his money too now.
And the last quick point is that comment he made about, hey, I could be averaging 35 points a game and we'd still probably be 3-11. Well, that's to me pointing fingers at what you're pointing fingers at Kupchak and Buss. Now, he's talking about we got to do better with our ball movement and our synchronicity and all those good things. But the point is, I think he's basically saying, I just can't do much with what I have to work with here. So, I don't know.
That's exactly
Maybe it is time.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
It's time.
It's a conversation no one wants to have. Kobe's a legend, but the numbers here show Steph Curry would have to miss his next 219 three-point field goal attempts to have the same three-point field goal percentage as Kobe.
Miss him in a row?
Molly, Skip.
Yes.
Molly and
219.
Skip. One more thing real quick, y'all. Years ago, a bunch of friends looked at Shaq when he was walking off the court in Boston, kneeling over and stuff like that. We looked at him and we said, it's time, bro. It's over. Even Shaq had to come to that realization. We all do. That's where we are.
Yep.